Welcome back to chapter 8. I gotta go that way, but there's a certain problem when I try to do that, which is that oopsie. Oop, I spawned over here. Wait, where am I? Wait, where am I? Oh, it just shows for me where I'm going. So that's my goal. I was over there, but I guess this is the actual spawner when you die. So I actually ended up all the way over here now. I think I could have gone either way, maybe, but I'm not sure. So this is where you would expect that every single mechanic would become active at the same time. Which means it's time to remember what those mechanics were. What the fuck is the red orb? Oh, okay, I gotcha. It's the freezer, the one who freezes. Is my current goal just to make the lightning connect so I can go that way? You get in there, sport. Yes. Yes. Alright, so that's one frozen one. Now I hang out here. Will hopefully cause these to connect. Really? Why is it not? So those two cause that beam to happen. That barrier goes away if that thing is activated. Did I miss the plus sign? It doesn't look like I did. Okay, what causes you to turn on this pipe? Oh no, that's what's getting powered, is it'll make that bridge power up. So what causes the other end to get powered? That part's powered by this one? Wait, what? What the fuck? Okay, those both appear to be things that receive electricity. And they both will power a thing, the lift and the bridge. Where does electricity come from? Hit the Shorn? Oh, it comes from you. I do. Ooh. Those things combine to having bridge there. Okay. I think we're making progress. Come with me. So I went and used the anchor points to center myself. Upward a little bit. I frozened it. So that's exciting. Now I will unfrozen it. Oh fuck. That might still be good enough, but I'm not sure. Am I willing to risk it? Let's find out. The answer is yes, apparently. I'm apparently risking it as fuck. What does that one do? So that lets me go upstairs. At which point I'll use that thing to drop it a little bit. And then I'll escape. Because if I lower which one it's going to, then we should become good to go. So when it connects the thingies, it'll cause this thing to yep. And then I go and then dip. See? Basically a gaming genius. Creepy. So the evil red things are back. Got 2 colory thingies. I do still feel like the whole, like, ooh, the balls have music notes in them. Didn't really have much legs, did it? Like, it didn't kind of apply all that much. Kind of capped out with the idea, like, ooh, when you fly these drones back and forth, you have to alternate the 2 of them. But it's like that, I don't know. Feels like they're usually getting more out of a given world, as I'd put it. I refer to the individual zones of Portal 2 as worlds, in that each part of it is expressing one idea and really iterating all the different versions of that idea. And so it's in Portal 2, but also all the fan games are good at iterating on that idea too. Okay, so there's already a hole in the portal, in the barrier. We're not going to get rid of the barrier. I'm just going to go through that hole, but I need to power up that bridge. That bridge is being attached to that laser. That laser is connected to that thingy. So electricity on those 2 spots will cause the bridge to work. Anything else? What's up with that one? Why is there a second one over there? Is there something else I should be doing? There's that weird spot down there. Is that all part of the puzzle? I don't know what's happening. Start with that, and I'll just find out why this doesn't work. There seems to be more level, which suggests that this won't be good enough somehow. Wow, good job, future me. So proud of you. Why is there so much electricity? What? There's 2 of them? Why is there 2 of them? I could iterate on this and try out some more stuff, but first let's just find out why I'm wrong. I'm over here now. Only one of me needs to make it there, so me. Okay, so I need this barrier, which is attached to that. Oh, there's a thing over there too. I tried to keep track of how much stuff is going on here. Alright, so... So that one will land there. And there. So that opens that barrier, but this... What's up with that sound? Oh, it's those things thawing. It's the weird sound of those things breaking out of being frozen. Okum dokum. It's a little hard to read this level. When those 2 are connected, the bridge turns on. When these 2 are connected, the other bridge turns on. But I also need to turn on the bottom one, which has its own connector. And I guess that's why we have 3 balls. Because I only have 1 drone available. So are these evenly spaced for the sake of my convenience? The answer is yes, apparently. Hopefully the next part will line up too. Wow. Look at me go. I'm a genius. There we go. I'm glad that the spacing was what I hoped it would be, because I was just kind of assuming that they would be nice enough to do that, but there was not actually any way of telling at a glance that that's how the arcs would work. They made it so it's roughly evenly spaced. The time it takes to travel from the spout to the first point, from the first point to the second point, and from the second point to the third point. Those are all roughly equal amounts. It kind of worked out. I'm being inspected. This thing's taking an interest in me. I'm going to die soon. Die, I say. Yarg. Hello, friend. Doesn't this turn on permanently when I touch it? Are they gonna start layering on all my little friends that we knew were coming? Wait, did I just skip the rest of that puzzle? What's going on back there? Okay, so I can't go that way. Huh. You also exist? What's happening in that distant direction? Am I meant to go there? It feels like leaving the level, but there's 2 different ways of doing it, which makes me think that either of them... If there's 2 different options, that makes me think that they're not the end of the level, but they go somewhere else. And record a flight. I send you over here. That was the wrong way. That barrier is now disabled. That goes that way. It does let me order it from here. But is it good that I've done this? Oh, it missed. Well, I guess it's good that I can come up here and just fix that. Whee! And freeze and unfreeze. This appears to be the pathway that leads you back to the beginning of the level, so I guess maybe I couldn't go this way then, at the beginning. I'm gonna go touch that. Continue. So this bridge only works if I'm sitting on it. Also a barrier up here? I think so. This does seem complicated. And at some point we use the freezing to do something. I presume, because it is here. So over there on the right, we only get to leave. We only get to leave when a drone is flying in that spot. That bridge will activate. Then the drone flies there to open that part. At that point, the drone can't continue any deeper. Somebody needs to press this in order for somebody to cross that bridge. Huh. So who's gonna do that? Me? It can't be me. It has to be a copy, right? So I need to go press that, and I can't get the drone to do that for me. Oh my god. I can control multiple of these. Oh, wow. That fucked with my brain. I kind of pressed it on a whim, kind of being confused. I haven't been able to switch balls for like hours. And this might be the last level in the entire game even. That's wild that this whole button just kind of went away for most of the game. That certainly changes something up. Okay, what's noteworthy here, this guy deactivates that bridge. This deactivates the barrier, but the bridge will be activated by a drone being there. At which point this guy doesn't have to stay here anymore, and the drone being there will activate the bridge, while the barrier will no longer matter because you can just go right past it. So at that point, the other one would want to leapfrog over there. Okay, so this one... I need to be in control of both of those. It seems largely doable, but I think I need to be in control of both the balls doing that part. Or maybe... Might be mixing myself up a little bit. I guess the drone can be piloted by the one I'm not controlling. Right, I was just thinking about how I probably need to go press that button. I'm not totally clear, honestly. Somebody has to press this button. If it's a green ball, then I can just switch right back to it when I'm done with the other part of the puzzle and have it done immediately. What's going on here will only require the one. I'm not sure, man. Ah, damn it. I'm really mixing myself up here. So I think I can do what I just did right before the end, but before I get there, I do think I need both balls to be controllable so I can do the full sequence that I'm gonna try to program the drone to do. This has been a long process of me not doing anything for a long time. Yeah, I think I need to be able to control both balls and go back and forth in order to control the process of programming this drone. I think what's doing my head in a little bit is I think I've never had these programmable drones while also being able to switch characters. So being able to switch balls means I can probably start programming the drone, switch balls, make it do something else, then switch back to the one that I'm still recording the movements of, and do something different with them. All in one continuous recording. A little too slow, but I'm on my way there. Shouldn't have taken this long on this puzzle, but I was like really just like jammed up on which order to go on. Because there's a whole second element on the other side of the other bridge. As far as I can tell, I need to use both green balls to program this sequence. Then, once I start sending the gray ball on the mission, I can run over there and do other stuff. Here I got thrown off by which thing was my goal. 1, 2, 3. So I'm gonna be ready to send him on the thing. Before I do that, I can now come back over here and help myself set up the bridge at the end. So I'm going to be on the foot as a green ball. But the gray ball will be able to pilot the drone as programmed. Okay. Should be all it takes, right? One concern will be, can I get there in time? This part takes a long time, and I'm worried about that. I may have not let him... I may have not programmed him to linger long enough. Oh, he literally can't even do it. Oh my god, it takes so long to get over here. I literally couldn't get there in time. Somebody's gonna be pressing this. Okay. So why is there a freeze? Trying to figure out what's wrong with me here. You can drop yourself whenever you want. Am I supposed to do that? Fucking... I'm sitting here trying to solve it and my fucking eyes closed and I just fucking drifted off for a second there. The fucking music is so serene that I just passed out slightly in the middle of gameplay. Jesus Christ, man. Alright. Jesus. Alright. Come on. We're almost there. Wow. It's such a large expanse to try to think about. Trying to parse what's going on here. The ship intentionally takes too long compared to how long the recording of this ship is, so I can't... approach like that. Can I program a loop that will drop it in itself and then freeze it on the way to falling towards itself? Alright, so I need to bring it back again. I need to reprogram the system again. But I might be able to create a loop that solves a few of our problems. Very much like to solve this. Let's see. So you go here. My goal will be to fly over here. Hang out on this for a few seconds. 1, 2, 3. Hang out here for a few seconds. Too late. It's gonna be pretty tight. Genuinely don't know if that's gonna work or not. Oopsie. It won't work on an infinite loop because the barrier closes behind it. I'm about to run out of time. Shit. Not a big deal for you or anything, but I'm gonna have to go somewhere else and come back and finish the episode later. Shitballs. What am I missing here? I just considered the idea that what if we levitated this up into the air via a programmable thing, then froze it in midair via my other things, then came back and reprogrammed the whole thing. But once I do that, how do I get up here? I guess I would just get up here via the other ball, and then run the other ball all the way over there to press the button, then start recording. Get in that hole. Crucially, both of us, we need to go back over there now. There's a lot of back and forth going on with this bit, damn. They put the freezing control all the way over there. Got it. Now we're in frozen mode. We're in the Frozone. And so now, whatever I program the ship to do, it'll do that after I set this up. Now, I've let myself get up there. There's been a few. I usually hide it, but there's a few games I've played on this channel where I get a little sleepy over the course of playing it, just because it's so mellow, and the musics are just sound like this in many cases, and the movement is so gradual with a lot of the gameplay. I'll just it'll lull me into being asleep in the middle of the session, and I'm like, oh fuck, which is what sure isn't amazing for commentary. The sort of lower energy vibe. Whoops. I'm just gonna have to hope that that's enough. So now I gotta come back through here again. Because I need to once again activate the other bridge. Again. But now I should be able to send, this time when I get there, I can unfreeze things a bit. And if I fuck this up, I might have to do a jump cut just because I might need to come back and do the puzzle again later. My goal is going to be to come up here and to press this bridge. I'm going to have to multitask a little bit. I need to go across these other bridges at the right times around here. But that one's going to unfreeze the drone, and then it's going to start piloting. So I guess it might not be that much multitasking. Just when the drone is piloting over to the first location, I can just quickly hop up top to press the button. Then switch over to control this guy throughout the puzzle. I hope it's working. I appeared to have pressed the wrong button. There we go. Push through the barrier. Good. I just need to come up here. Good. And this should be a permanent change when I press this. Yes. 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 That's what I sound like when yes. Alright. That sure seems like the end. Space aliens. We were an alien life all along. I am supposed to be somewhere 1 minute ago, so I'm a little rushed to finish this. Oh fuck. Well, we'll do the bonus levels. Well, I was gonna say next episode, but we'll see if there's an episode worth of them at all. But I'll do the bonus episodes though. I promise. If the video ends now, then that's because we're doing the bonus levels next episode. Oh. Is there more? Oh, there's a boss fight. That's a boss fight. I'm back. Continue boss fight. I think probably seems like a boss fight. Increase pitch, reduce pitch. But not from here apparently. Oh. That's how I be a ship. Nope, can't go that way. Am I back in the realm of infinite? Shit, okay. Are these like... Oh! Wrong button. Are these like a bunch of spawn points for my friends? Are those like the various guys that I helped throughout the campaign and now they're here to help with this part? Oh god, the iconography is left to right. But the left and right bumpers go in the opposite direction from where it looks like it would go. Did I help? Oh. Do I fly into that? No? Oh. How do I do this? I probably should clear off these little enemy barnacle spots. I take it that I spawn infinitely, so there's probably not much threat to me. Since that's how the game's worked so far. Oh, they were so big that I wasn't close enough to them. That one has its own pitch, so I need to make them both match that. Got it. So there's two. Got it. Kill them all. Wipe them out. All of them. Nya. Like nya, I said nya. Will there be a puzzle in this fight? Definitely seems more akin to the part where I walked around looking for the heartbeat matching ones. My goal here is just to make them all one now. I guess if I could only hear it, then it'd be slightly harder because I'd have to tell what I'm listening to. I'm still not sure if I would count it as a puzzle. You okay? Oh, containment crystal. The Tesseract or something. What does that mean? Do I need backup? Is there some reason why I can't just do it myself? Is he gonna like respawn it or something? I'm inside, is that good? So do we have until that fills and then it fails, I guess? Which would be not enough time to do all of them. Okay. Oh, it can be all of them. They're not recording. Okay. I took them all to be recordings. Instead, this is a pilot them all at once situation. So I think what I need to do is fly to each corner and do 2 of them. And then I'll quickly switch between all of them and do all of the remainder ones in one go. I guess I should be at... I should specifically be hanging out at the one that's not correct, because I will not be able to tell which one it is when I actually get back to them. Wow. There we go. Mid. All right, so set this to mid, switch. Set that one to last. Pew, 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 pew. What? There's more? I think we might just be flying into these spots this time. Are they gonna move? Where am I? Ah, Jesus, this is hard. Okay. Guess I should just get really close to them. Even when they're all basically here, I still can't do them all fast enough. It's a little hard to navigate the verticality and stuff like that. And the camera angle shift and so on. There we go. Ooh. Eerie sounds. The data's all breaking down. Articles. A game by Yannick Adoid. Maybe. Alright, well this has been Orbyss. Breath of fresh air after the last puzzle game I played. A lot more fun with this one. A few not quite puzzly bits, attempts to add some scale. It's always hard to figure out how to do that, like have a final boss fight that feels like it's using the stuff that's happened so far, but also feels like an escalation and a climax. Joel Gay. Good for him. But the there's a lot of games where the final level just kind of feels like another level, and then you're like, oh, that was the last one. So sometimes you try to add like explosions or time limits. Sometimes you try to add a monster of some sort, and a lot of this can backfire and really be frustrating and annoying to live through when it's like, for example, the forced stealth section at the end of a game about digging a hole. A game that is about digging a hole. And out of nowhere it has enemies and stealth, and you're like, oh, I don't want to play this at all. Oh no. That was an interesting middle ground. Not an amazing ending, but it's something for sure. But overall, pretty solid puzzle game. Had a good time with that. The aesthetics are fun. Really, the gold standard for that is still the Portal games, I think, where they do actually manage to make the final boss fight a Portal puzzle that also still has like a bunch of narrative and so on. But ooh, so many games have tried to replicate the writing of Portal, and almost none of them have succeeded, including the various Portal fan games and mod expansions that constantly have not interesting writing at all, and they attempt to be funny and get really tedious really fast. All right. I don't know if this boss fight was a new episode or a past episode. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm just gonna keep recording, and I'll chop them into episodes, and you know what episodes are in, because they already happened. But we still have these bonus chapters to look forward to, so look forward to that. Or watch them right now. I don't know. Is the video still going?